Alright guys, it's time for the finale of Let's Play Bioshock 2! So, Eleanor is about to cook up our second batch of little sisters in there, and in just a barbaric way as it sounds, and we will be ready to leave finally. So, as I've said before, I have had a blast making this LP. I really didn't think it would go very well at all, actually. I was sort of dreading recording it because I didn't think I knew the game thoroughly enough, and I thought I'd be missing stuff left and right. And granted, I did, but I still don't feel that my commentary was all that off. I feel like I did mostly a pretty good job explaining everything I felt was necessary, and even discovering a few new things along the way. So, like I said, I hope you guys really enjoyed this. And, even though I sort of rushed it to the deadline of Bioshock Infinite's release, but I think that turned out okay, to be honest. Having a set schedule is not really a bad thing sometimes. Anyway, now that we're back in the main area here, we can go and repair this turret and stock up on all of our ammo, dumping out all of our money, because we're not going to need it anymore, so we might as well dump it all out on consumables that we're going to use and consume right now. I just need to get more Eve hypos and bad. So I actually kind of messed up here. I went straight up to the glass and allowed her to teleport in before making my setup bit, but well, the game is actually kind of glitching on me now. Go on, get in there. You're supposed to be in there already. Oh, there we go. Okay, I don't know what the hell her deal was, but whatever. So now she's all super powered, and she's going to turn the water to steam and cause the ballast to decrease, so the lifeboat will begin to take off. But now, if you had the opportunity, now would be the best time to set up the great-grandfather of all perimeters, because we are going to have one hell of a fight on our hands. And as all of your practice and training on doing the gathers is going to leading up to this moment right here, where we can use every one of our defensive traps in one great final battle, and it's amazing. But we're going to go ahead and spend the last of our atom on maxing out our health and Eve as best we can. There we go. Yeah, that's as much as we can get, I guess. Which is still pretty good. About as good as in the previous game. So I'm going to try to set up a few things here, but I actually kind of already failed at this because I already, if had I done the setup before walking up to the glass, I could have done it a little bit better, and not have to worry about enemies spawning while I'm trying to set it up, but I'll do my best. Although the epic music is going to kick in, and we're going to fight every kind of enemy conceivable. Aside from Big Daddies and Big Sisters, obviously, we're going to fight, you know, all different types of splicers. We're going to fight brute splicers and plenty of alpha series as well. Oh, that was awesome. Oh, I love the spear gun, and I love the telekinesis 3, so it all works out. You're now going to staple your ass to your face. I can't really do that every time, but it was worth a try. Like I said, I'm going to try to use everything. I know I neglected to use my spear gun all that much in the last couple of encounters, so I'm going to try to use it now. Use all my auto turrets here. Try to use the cyclone traps a little bit, if I can. And I guess we can get Eleanor in here at some point, fight with us after she's gotten past a certain point. Maybe if we do that, it interrupts what her process of what she's doing. I'm not sure. Bam! Said the lady. You're gonna show no mercy there with these solid slugs. Brute splashers make easy prey for it. Using everything that we've worked so hard to get. Security Command 3, get a security bot in there to help us. Use my upgraded machine gun. All of its alternate ammo types. Just going all the hell out right here. Unfortunately, I ran out of E-Hypo, so I can't use any more plasmids, which is really a shame because I'd like to use more cyclone traps on the telekinesis tree if I could. I am able to recover a little bit of... I'm trying to spawn in more security bots. But I'm able to recover a little bit of Eve using the tonics that I have. But not enough to really use a good plasmid or anything.
I've done it, Father. The ballast water is gone. Release the docking mechanism.
Alright, let's launch this thing and go home.
The elevator to the lifeboat is flooded, Father.
Ah, crap. Come on. We gotta blow these things right here. I'm gonna use the heat-seeking RPGs because they don't have a decaying trajectory, they just go straight. And I'm gonna blow up these pipes right here, so we'll attempt to flood the place, actually. But we'll be okay because we have our, you know, we have our suit and everything. There we go, one last solid slug. Quite fitting for the last shot we fire in the game.
We're launching. Get to the elevator.
Alrighty, let's take a moment and breathe the fire out of our lungs here. Huh, I guess the officers do float when they're dead. We don't for some reason. So that's it. We are now completely drenched in the dead around here, but it was all worth it. We claimed our ultimate prize.
We're falling. Run!
We got Eleanor back, and now we're gonna go up to the surface where we'll live our lives happily ever after. Now, there's a couple different alternate endings here, depending on how the variant of how you decide to play the game. But since this is the true evil run, we're gonna get the worst, most evil ending we can, and it's pretty brutal. This is it, ladies and gentlemen. We're saying goodbye to Rapture forever. Not only for this one game, but for the franchise in general. May we never look back.
And then, Father, the rapture dream was over.
The first variant here is whether or not Sophia is going to be, or Eleanor is going to be merciful enough to let Sophia live, and that's obviously that one's going to be obvious depending on which morality choice you did.
Do we know ourselves? You showed me that my survival, my joy, are all that matter. I indulge. Nothing else exists. The rapture dream is over, and in waking, I am reborn. You may not have wanted me, Father, but you defined me. You chose to survive, no matter the cost, and I will not let your instincts go to waste. You will always be with me, Father. Your memories, your drives. When I need you, you'll be there, whispering from my shoulder. There is no name for what I am, but the world is about to change, and with your help, they will never see me coming.
Wow. Okay then. So that was Let's Play Bioshock 2. Whew. Okay. So, about the ending of this game compared to the previous one. Like I said in the previous game, the good ending is vastly superior to the bad ending as far as their sense of reward for completing the game goes. So I've, as I said, vastly preferred the good ending over the bad ending with this game as well. But there's some more significant variables to the bad ending in this game. There's an ending where, depending on how ambiguous you were with some of the choices, like if you alternate between the two, you can get an ending where Eleanor offers to either take. You basically get a choice to allow Eleanor to take your Adam from you, or to just let you die. And I'm not sure how to get that ending exactly, although the option that I got when I chose it was to just let myself die. I didn't know that was the one, but that ended up being my least favorite ending. I really did not like that ending. I don't like this one much either, but at least there are some positive undertones, even though we made her into a complete and total monster. She still says, you know, nice things like, I'll always have you looking over my shoulder and everything, watching out for me. And that's kind of nice. That's kind of rewarding. Not as good as the good ending though, but unfortunately, we die. And it's honestly a very like climactic, tragic, rewarding thing, and it's really great. I really love it. And like I said, this last part of the game is just fantastic to me. But overall, I heavily enjoyed this game. I enjoyed playing it to death. I enjoyed making the LP, everything about it. But I will again stand by, it is not as good as the first game in almost every aspect. The first game I still think is a classic, and everyone who considers themselves a good FPS fan or a good RPG fan or fans of the hybrid genre like I am, should have played the first game. Absolutely. The first game is, like I said, an undeniable classic and one of the best FPS games of all time. This one, not quite so much, but it still definitely has its merits, especially if you are a fan of the first game. And it's definitely worth taking a second look at, especially to get the other endings and see what the few things they have improved on as far as telling the story goes from the last game to this one. So, well, I hope you guys enjoyed it. I'll probably take a break from LPing for a little while before I start at Bulletstorm, only because doing this one in such a rush has really been a strain on me. So, but I'll get around to it eventually. I might test play it one more time because I'm kind of not feeling it too much right now. But I'll be playing, you know, Dishonored and a few other games. I also picked up Singularity recently as well, so I definitely plan to play that in hopes of recording it. It's a very much similar to Bulletstorm and Bioshock, actually, in a few ways, with the powers you have. And I'm definitely looking forward to playing that as well. But obviously, the big one is Bioshock Infinite comes out tomorrow, and guess who's going to be playing that? I'm actually going to the midnight launch and everything with a few friends, and I cannot wait for that game. And I will definitely want to play that to death and record it. So I will be busy with so many other games. I just kind of want to take a break and chill out and not do many LPs for a little while. But the next one I think will be Bulletstorm, unless one of those other games I mentioned changes my mind. And we'll just have to see. I don't think I'll be able to make a video for the midnight launch of Bioshock Infinite because I don't have the current camera I usually use, but we'll see. I would like to. Maybe I'll just make a crappy one on my phone or something. We'll see how it goes. But I'm getting a limited edition, and I might make if I'm really moved by the game, I might make a video sharing my thoughts and everything on it, because I really have no idea what to expect with that game for the most part. I have very high hopes for it, which might be a bad thing in the end, but we'll see. As I said before, thanks to everybody for supporting me throughout this and for giving positive feedback, negative feedback, whatever. I really loved making this LP, as I said, and thanks guys, I really hope you enjoyed it. So I will see you guys next time with Bulletstorm.